legally scrape data off of the internet using ChatGPT. Of course, you could use any LLM. Here, I ran my own Google search first, electricians, Los Angeles, and if you scroll down, these were the ones that I will highlight this way, right? So I take this information, I copy it, and then I drop it into ChatGPT. And I asked it to turn this into a data frame. That was not the right prompt because it then gives me Python code. So the thing you want to ask is print this out like a data frame, please. And then you just drop in what you just copied and pasted, right? And then you hit return, and then it'll turn everything into a data frame. The other option is also to create your own GPT in the GPT store. You basically take the exact same prompt, print this out like a data frame, please, and you can create your own GPT agent through the ChatGPT store. I have it right here. If you don't know how to create the GPT agents, that's a whole other can of worms, but essentially, like, here's my GPT. Right, I can edit it, I can update it, I can add things here, I can make it always go to the internet by saying code interpreter, I can create actions. There's so much I can do here, but if I don't even know how to create a GPT, I go to explore GPTs on the left hand side, and then over here on the top right hand side says create. So I click on create, and then I dump in my prompt, please turn these into a data frame and print it out. So in anything, as long as you ask it to print out a data frame. So those are the words that you want, is print out a data frame. You give it a name, scrape to data frame. Description, takes in a copy pasted list from Google Maps and prints it so I can copy and paste it. You can also create actions to put it into a CSV, but you can also ask it in the prompt, then please print out a CSV so that I can download it. Okay, so then now I'm going to, you can create your own picture here, that's fine too. And then you click create on the top right hand side, right? And I guess I can make this one public. Anyone with the, I'm going to publish it to the GPT store. So anybody that goes on there, you can look for scrape to data frame. I'm going to update it. I'll probably add a picture. Maybe I'll add a picture at some point. And oops, I didn't actually use code interpreter. So I'm going to close this, and I'm going to make sure that I click code interpreter, because that makes it possible for me to be able to do more. So so I clicked on code interpreter. I'm going to click on update. And now I can view the GPT in the GPT store. It's not going to have a picture, right? But now you can look up scrape to data frame by agi.kitchen, and then I'm going to paste in my list, and then I'm going to hit return. So this is how you can create your own GPT agent, or you can just use mine in the GPT store. You do need GPT-4 for this, so you need to pay for at least the $20 subscription, which I think is very reasonable considering how much time you save. And so we should be able to see the data frame, and it saved it as a CSV file. It didn't print it out, but I can download my CSV file. I actually don't have a way to see CSV files on my my desktop here on my Mac, but here you can see where it's CSV, right? And if I wanted to look at it like a data frame and copy and paste it myself, I would just say, can you print it out like a data frame also, please? And so here it does it for me. So my prompt, I need to go back and refine my prompt at some point and ask it to do both of these things, like both downloadable and print it out. This is the other way that you can also get ChatGPT to scrape a website for you. So if I go to ChatGPT, and that's actually the one with the data frame. Okay, so if I go to ChatGPT, you can actually also ask it to go online. So for this to work, you need to be in GPT-4, which again takes a $20 subscription. And then you have to explicitly ask it to go online as of April 28th, 2024, unless something changed in the last like 5 hours, which is totally possible. You do have to explicitly ask it to go online. So this says, can you please go online and grab the results for electrician, Los Angeles, California, and put the results in a data frame? I want the name of the business, their phone number, website, city, and state. So if you notice, these results are this is what it got for me. And it didn't put the results in a data frame. It just gave me a list of the results. But then I could, if I wanted to, like copy and paste these into back into my GPTs that I had over here, or I can continue refining this prompt. But one thing I do want you to notice is that these businesses right here are not the same businesses that I got at the top of the list through my Google search results. So this is why I am so adamant about finding one electrician company in each city actually, that is equipped to install EV chargers and do electrical work. Because if people start looking for businesses on the new AI search engines, and this is GPT-4, there's also Perplexity, there's other ones that are emerging, and you've put all your eggs in the Google basket, like they're not going to find you. So here it is again. I don't know if I can show you the date. I'll print out the date. Today is April 28th, 2024, like I said. So those businesses aren't anywhere on this Google page, right? And so then I asked ChatGPT, like, wait, why, how did you find these? And then it said, like, why'd you pick these businesses over others? So then it goes into detail about what's important to ChatGPT, this stuff right here, right? So it has like a slew of things that are important to it. So then I asked it, like, did you search Google first then? And it says yes. I don't think it's lying about that. It might be, but the fact is that this is the way that the LLMs or the AI or like the new search engines are doing searches. All right, so it first looked on Google, electrician, Los Angeles, California, and then it gathered relevant information about local electricians. So when I went to Google and did the search myself, I probably combed through all of these websites, right? And maybe even those right there. If I go back over here and like, maybe we'll find one of these. Maybe one of these is on the first page here, but I didn't find it. See, like it would have come up over here. So if I look for Express Electrical, just so you can see that, like, this is, see, like Express Electrical was nowhere to be found on the LLMs. So again, this is how you can quickly scrape your data if what you care about is targeting the people that are on Google searches, right? Any of these, then you want to do it one of the first two ways, which is either by going to Google yourself, copying and pasting it into the GPTs, into your GPT, or to the general ChatGPT and asking it to put it into a data frame. I put it into a GPT agent because I do it over and over again. So I don't want to have to keep typing that prompt every single time. You can also, like I said, add actions to it, which means that it can interact with other systems, whether, but that's a whole other rabbit hole. That's why I'm trying to stay away from that, but I can make a video on that if anybody's curious. You can also ask it to, like I said, directly on the same GPT-4 interface without creating your own GPT agent. You can just copy and paste and ask it to please print it out like a data frame. And if you want it as a CSV, it can copy it as a CSV. So when you have your data frame, like, just to repeat one more time, I take it, I can copy this, right? And I can just dump it into here. And oops, there's probably something I didn't copy correctly, but like literally, like, you can just copy and paste the data frames, which is how I got the other ones in there. So let's do this one more time. Hopefully this works. You might have to, let's see if you actually have to ask it to make it so you can dump it into a data frame. Maybe that was part of the, oh, see, like, you can just like copy and paste it into there. You just copy it correctly. Okay, so if you know of an electrician's company that's like interested in this, or you have a different type of business and you're interested in being able to rank on the emerging AI landscape, I mean, this is revolutionary. This is major for businesses that want to stay, viable and thrive during the AI revolution. You've seen probably many videos on how SEO has been completely disrupted. This is one of the ways. I am like very much at the cutting edge of upcoming technologies because that's what I do for a living. And if there are local businesses that want to start making sure that you are going to stay relevant as this new revolution rolls out, please do find me on LinkedIn, or you can also find me on one of my websites. It's called agi.kitchen, right? And there's a reason why this website looks like this. There's a reason why this chatbot's not running. I have other videos on that, and that's not what we're here about. So you can sign up for a one-to-one Zoom call here. It is and I do have sorry, I need to fix this. Okay, so it'll actually come up to here. I really need to fix this. And don't worry about where it says that the Google thing doesn't work. Yes, it does. I tested it. So I'll fix this soon, but this is a $900 fee because I do have to show that I'm profitable as an agency. I can't just like give this away, especially with all the AI regulations. But I do have a flat fee of, for the meantime, right, $3,000 to make sure that your existing website has added onto it this stuff that makes a website rank on these kinds of searches in the AI engines. And if you pay the $900 fee, I apply that towards your $3,000 for that flat fee. And if you don't have a website and I have to build it for you, that's $5,000 out the gate. And then there is a $500 monthly subscription fee because you do need to still have like relevant content. And because there's no real way to predict how these algorithms are going to be responding, other than I do know a lot of data science and computer science, and I am in the weeds with this all day. There's some things that I know that can already start happening with your website that will make sure that you have like, you're ahead of the pack basically. So as the technologies roll out, like part of this is, a lot of it is research based, but it's all research that I can verify with numbers. You won't find me listed as a, I'm not gonna do this for ratings. I don't do this for ratings. I do this for a living. And the proof is in the pudding with the other content I put out. You can see how other sites are ranking, or you can make your decisions based on my data, not on whether or not I pleased somebody. Because this is new technology, so it's going to be very hard for me to convey or to communicate value to people that don't already understand the value of ranking really high on search engines. So if you or someone already understands the value of ranking really high on a search engine, because the top 3 businesses get 70% of the business, then please do reach out. You can find me on that website, agi.kitchen, agi.kitchen, or you can also find me on LinkedIn. And if you are a digital ads agency and you want to understand like what I'm talking about, what I'm doing, you can also sign up for this group Zoom. If you don't have the $900 for me to dedicate an hour to, you can sign up for this group Zoom on Saturday mornings. I do have this prompt engineering class, and I can go over some of the details. It's better if you ask me specific questions before the class. That's what all this is for, so that I know exactly what it is you're trying to target. The more details you give me, the easier it is for me to help you develop a solution and help you understand what you need to understand so that you can stay relevant. So this covers, this is like for any topic really that has to do with AI or anything that has to do with really like the internet, including how do you apply blockchain, how do you use structured JSON, like how do you come up on AI search engines, how do I automate my blog posts, all that kinds of stuff. If you ask me real specific questions or you give me your use case, I can develop resources for you as much as I'm able. So I am making quite a nice living in the AI space. So this is something that I'm doing as I transition into more and more of my own company. Right now I'm a contractor as a corporation to corporation, and that is going to continue. So for as long as this is viable for all of us and it's a win-win in both directions, I will continue producing content as people ask me specific questions. So please enjoy how to make a GPT agent that legally scrapes data for you. And again, if you have questions, please drop them in the chat here, or drop them into my YouTube channel, or find me on LinkedIn. Bye. Oh, my LinkedIn is elsa-data-sci. So LinkedIn, linked.com, C-O-M, /IN/, E as in Echo, L as in Lima, S as in Sam, A as in Alpha, dash, D as in dork, A as in Alpha, D as in Delta, A as in Alpha, T as in, I forget these, techno, A as in Alpha, dash, S as in science, C as in cat, I as in igloo. So linkedin.com/in/elsa-data-sci. Bye.